Hello everybody, it's Basilisk here, and welcome back to FTB Unstable from the Ryotcraft server. So, I've cleared up a bit of my Botania stuff here. We're going to be doing some more Botania today. So I removed a whole lot of stuff because I want to set things up a little bit nicer. Firstly, I want to get some better mana production. More automated, as you were. So I am going to set up a little thing here. I've got these hovering hourglasses. Now these are very nifty little things from Botania, and if we have a quick look, actually it's probably easier in NEI. Hovering hourglass. There we go. It's pretty easy recipe, really. Mana steel, couple of mana glass, which is just glass dropped into a mana pool, some gold and some redstone. And these are awesome timers. Anyway, you can put sand into them to count off seconds. So what I'm going to do is put one of these down in each of these holes. What I want here is 3 lots of 4 endoflame flowers to produce mana to go into that pool. Now I'm going to split this up into 4 endoflames onto each of these timers, and each of the timers is going to have a dropper and a mana spreader. The reason why I'm splitting it up like that is that a single mana spreader can only handle the mana produced by 4 endoflames. Any more and the mana spreader gets overloaded, it can't send out fast enough to keep up with it. Now each endoflame burns for 40 seconds on a single piece of coal, or in my case, charcoal. So, with 4 of those flowers, 40 seconds divided by 4, we need 10-second timer here. So if I get, how's the easiest way to do this? So I've got 1 lot, need to put 1 more there, and there we go. So if I put 10 sand in there, you just right click it into it. Every 10 seconds that hourglass is going to put out a redstone pulse. You just saw it flip over there. So I'm going to put in another one into this one, and then another 10 into this one here. Now we've got those sorted out, what we want next is our droppers on top there. Maybe there. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. So now each of these dispensers is going to go off once every 10 seconds. We want our endoflames around there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them all around. Not there. There we go. And we want to just put these on top of here so I can place them. We want to put the mana spreaders on top. On top, I said. Yep. Right there. Now, get our wand into bind mode. Shift right click and onto the pool. Shift right click onto the pool. And same with that one. Now all the mana spreaders are going to right place. Let's just place that back down again. Get rid of that and that. We also have to link the flowers, which that one was actually already linked because I placed it afterwards, but I'm going to just make sure all of these are linked properly. 4 per mana spreader. That one didn't go. And you can see down in the overlay thing there, a little tick to say that it's connected to a mana spreader. And that one, and that one. That was somehow... Okay, something really weird's going on here. I'm getting the wrong thing. Okay, that one there, that one there, that one... Ah, so I didn't actually select that one properly. That I switched out of bind mode. That was the problem. Okay. Got to make sure you get them right. So sometimes you can look at the flower, see this flower is slightly off to the side, but the actual hitbox is right in the middle. Got to make sure that you get the hitbox, not the flower. Are we looking good here? I think so. Okay, almost. There we go. That one's now connected to. Okay, we're all good. So all of those are going to feed into there. Now I've worked it out. Looking at a bit of the maths of Botania. A mana pool can hold 1,000,000 mana. A piece of coal in an endoflame produces 1,200 mana. So with this setup that we've got here, we need exactly 70 coal or charcoal in each of those dispensers, and that will then fill up that mana pool. It will actually be slightly over, but yeah, roughly right. We will actually pull a bit of mana out of a pool before it fills up anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I have no idea what that sound is. Maybe it's something that Zog's got going on. I'll talk about that in just a minute. He's doing some really cool stuff over there. So now I put 70 in there. And I'll take it back out again, because you might have just noticed a problem. And this is something that I was kind of knowing that there was going to be a problem. My magnet kind of decides to pull all the stuff in the area into my inventory. So I can take that off, or what I'm going to actually do, because I don't want to have to take it off all the time. So what I'm actually going to do is plant this flower. And this flower stops the magnet from working within a certain area. So I'm going to plant it here. That should stop me from picking up any of the coal that gets put up there. It won't happen right now because there's no mana in that pool. But once we get this going, I'll put that one in there. That there. And that there. Now, we have the endoflames going. This flower is now working. You can see that from the particle effects on there. And so if I put my magnet back on, okay, that shouldn't have happened. I wonder how close I have to be to this flower for it to function. Okay, so I'm quite happy with how that's producing mana now. We have mana going into the pool at a quick rate. This should take about, I think, 20 minutes for all of that to burn up and this pool to be full. That's not quite where we're going to leave it today. The next thing we want to do is pump some mana into this pool, and that's pretty easy. All we need is another mana spreader. For now, I'm going to take that ring off, just because I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. We need a mana spreader, and we'll also need... I'm going to set up my flower farm over there, and I'm going to do it fully automated. So, I'll get a couple of things to do that. What's going on here? That. I also need that. There we go. Now, I need a normal mana spreader here, which will take mana from that pool and send it to this pool. And you can see that's happening now. That pool's starting to fill up. And if I put my jaded amaranthus there, it can actually receive mana from about 11 blocks away. It's kind of a sphere around a mana pool that it can work within, so it depends, and it will work here. It's not even 11 blocks away, but say we're 11 blocks away, it would start going around kind of a circle around the pool, not a square like some things work in. So there we go. We've got the Jade Amaranthus working again. The next thing we want to do is, if any of the flowers pop off, I want them to be put into a chest. So what I have here is a hopper hock. What it does is it's kind of like the vacuum hopper. It picks up items in the area around it and places it into an adjacent chest. Now you can, I'm not 100% sure if a gold chest is going to work actually. You can put item frames onto the chest to filter what items can be put in there, so what items the hop hock can pick up. But I'm not too worried about that. I want all of these flowers. So all we need to do now, let's just see if that works. So if I break that, it should be sucked in by the hopper hock and put into the chest. And that worked. I could stand here breaking flowers all day and all of those should be picked up, no problem. But it's not an automated farm if you have to stand around breaking flowers. So we need something that is going to break all the flowers automatically. We have the Horn of the Wild, which I showed you last episode. I can do that, and it breaks all of those, and they'll all be picked up. I still don't want to stand here blowing my horn all day, so there is also the Drum of the Wild. Now this is like the Horn of the Wild, but you don't have to do anything to make it work. What you have to have happen though is you have to have a mana burst hit it for it to actually do something. Now, this mana spreader here will send out a mana pulse whenever there's a redstone signal. So, we already know how to create a redstone signal on a timer. Let's do that. And I think I'll probably do this at 60 seconds. Put that in there. Now, every 60 seconds, this should pulse out, make that drum go, and knock off all these flowers, pick them up into the chest. I am going to have so many flowers. I'm going to set up a little flower shop, I guess. Maybe something like that. Funny thing is, I'm never going to need this much flowers, I don't think. It's just going to produce a huge number of flowers. You can even watch the sand go down. But let's see what happens when the time runs out. The timer is about to go now by the looks of it. We only have a sliver of sand left. It's going to turn over, pulse, hit the drum, and break all those. Now, that's interesting. It doesn't break all of them. Maybe then it would be a good idea for me to reduce the time a bit. It's not going to break all of them. Maybe even 20 seconds. 20 seconds. There we go. Put that in there. Every 20 seconds. So I think the range of it should get these far ones. So I'll keep an eye on that. See, it's about to go. Pulse. Yep, okay, so there's no issue with range. It's just it doesn't necessarily break all of the flowers. Okay, well this is going to work pretty well anyway. We're going to have tons of flowers in here in no time flat. The reason why I got a gold chest is basically there's going to be a lot of flowers being produced here. Okay, well I'm happy with that. Good mana production. This might be outputting coal a bit quickly by the looks of it. It shouldn't be. But good mana production, good flower production. I'm not always going to want that running. I'm going to want a little bit of a store of mana here. So the other thing I've got is a simple lever. Click the lever and this mana spreader will stop sending mana over here. This will continue to run for a while until this mana pool is empty, but we can start to build up a bit of surplus of mana in this pool. Anytime we need more, turn that back on, get more flowers. So, I think that was about what I wanted to cover for now with the Botania stuff. But let's go. Once I've had a little sleep, I got killed recently today, and I don't want to go through that again, so let's have a little sleep and go take you for a little walk around some of the other things that are going on the server. I was talking about Zog just before. There's that weird sound. I have a feeling it might be something to do with what Zog's done recently. He brought some kind of deity into the world, and there was this thing over here. He's got some really interesting things going on. This is all intangible, and I haven't looked into this mod, but okay, that's the shrine. Interesting. So he made a god, apparently, and we can right click. I don't know if I want to do this. Okay, right click to give our devotions to the god, and I don't know what that means, but there we go. Yeah, he's got lots of interesting stuff going on, so yeah, check him out. He's down in my in the description is the link to his channel. And who else have we got? We've got Clobber just up there. Taco, the shrimp taco is just over here. He's getting into some Thumbcraft. Zog's also got a little bit of a graveyard. Quite a few deaths there. So, yeah, Clobber's up here. He's got some really interesting things going on. He's got quite a lot of his building done. He's been very, very busy, and yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on down here. Don't want to show you too much because he might have a couple of things up his sleeve. We've got a villager breeder going, lots of trading that we could be doing. But yeah, I think that's everyone in the general area. I know Nick is somewhere over there, and McCribs, well, McCribs is in the ground, I think, by the looks of it. Oh well. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that you may have learned something about Botania and how to automate a few things with Botania without using other mods. I'd wondered how to do the timing on the droppers, and thought what would be in the mod pack that could do it, but Botania has its own way, which is awesome. So, yeah, I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you come back to see what I do next time. Which, by the way, as a bit of a spoiler, has something to do with these animals over here. So until next time, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again later. Bye!